Today's episode is brought to you by StarCraft Frontline. Ooh. So, I'm gonna take my last video's complete lack of views and comments as a sign of encouragement from all of you that I should make more of these videos. This is called Denial, and it's fun, because I'm so bored right now. Um, Today's lovely topic will be photography. Um, more, more specifically, high school photography as an art form. It's not. I will admit that there are photographers out there who can take amazing pictures, but the ones who take the photography classes in high school aren't those people. Um, so every spring, my high school does a art exhibit from all the art classes, which mainly consists of drawings 1 through like 6 or something, paintings, then independent studies and photography. Oh, and ceramics or some crap like that. Yeah. But so each student gets to pick out 1 or 2 of their best works of the year, and they showcase them in the front lobby of the school. It's pretty cool to see because there are some really awesome artists at my school. So I was part of it. But so I went and I browsed through it, and it's really cool to see all these really awesome pictures. And then I get to the photography wall. They wow. I mean, wow. Uh, I'm gonna be blunt. I liked maybe 2 or 3 of the, say, 50 or so that were up there. The rest were garbage. Just to be blunt, it was garbage. You had shots of like, I don't even know, like people's feet next to water, or one of them even got an award. It was a girl lying down in a broken truck. What? And I mean, there was one that was even, it was, they had taken a bunch of rocks and put them into the shape of a heart and took a picture of it. I mean, just on a whole, they lacked creative angles, they lacked composition of any sort. None of them tried to tell a message in my mind. I didn't feel that. I mean, it just looked like they took a picture. I mean, one of them was from the freaking Colts game. They just shot a picture of the crowd. It was, I mean, and they were all in black and white, which I think that might be a requirement, but black and white pisses me off because there are so many MySpace whores who take their little like shink, MySpace angled shots and put it in black and white, and they're like, oh, look at me, I'm so indie and hip and artsy and cool, and you're really not. It's no, you're not. There were a few ones that had a bit of color. They had that little pop-up color where there's only one thing in the photo that has color. I actually think that's a really cool effect, but it's cliche as hell. Um, and like in drawing, we actually did a project like that where we had to draw something in black and white and only use one object of color. But some of the examples the teacher showed us, they were actually pretty creative. One of them was a girl had knocked over a gumball machine, and all the gumballs were bouncing out toward the viewer, and the gumballs were all in color. But the photography ones were as cliche as it gets. It was like a flower bush, and the flower was in color, and like a girl wearing a scarf, and the scarf was in color. I mean, it's just really cliche and overdone, kind of like the heart thing. Uh, And then the other thing was that each photographer got about 6 photos minimum up there. One of them, I even counted, had 14 photos up for her work. And I just think that's not cool because I remember watching a lot of the drawing students, myself included, and we have maybe 4 pieces that were really good, and we'd have to pick one or two of those because there just simply wasn't enough room. And I mean, the ones that made it up on the wall were fantastic, but then I look over here at these subpar photographs, and you get 6 of them up there, and they're like, I'm, there was a series, I guess you could call it, maybe 6 photographs where it was the same girl in the same location doing different poses, and I just feel that's a little excessive. Um, I was actually talking to another guy in my class after I saw it. The guy in front of me turns around and tries to explain that photography is a lot harder than it looks. It's not just, you know, pushing a button to take the picture. You gotta, develop the film, blah 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 blah. And all right, I understand that. I personally don't really see the point of film anymore. Digital cameras can do everything film cameras can do. Um, but I've never taken a photography class, and I know that learning to do the darkroom is required in photography. I don't know why if a photography student sees this, if anyone sees this and could tell me, that'd be cool. But yeah, I think photography is crap.